What's going on, everybody? I'm Ronnie Mack, and welcome to another episode of Business is My Pleasure. Here on this channel, we provide knowledge and coaching, again, for business and finances, as well as money plays to help you step your game up. Now let's get to it.
I got that money on my mind. I'm thinking money all the time. I got that money on my mind. I'm thinking.
Listen, so today we got some big shit popping off. And I'm excited, and I'm glad that you can be here with me right now so I can show you this shit, give you some data points, let you know the play I made and the steps that I took in that journey to get what I got, and hopefully it'll be able to help you and yours out. But I fuck with Navy Federal. If you don't know about Navy Federal, it's a credit union. They're known for giving out high limits, being very lenient. You got to become a member, yada, yada, yada. Do a video about it. You can go check the shit out. But I fuck with Navy Federal, right? So on my credit journey, I became a member, and I was trying to get a credit card. And when I did the pre-qualify, the only thing that I was pre-qualified for was a secured credit card. That's not very exciting to me, but I did my research and I started looking up secured credit cards, and I found out that there are some secured credit cards that graduate, meaning that you do right by them, you do what you're supposed to do and put in the work. You will be able to have that unsecured, get your deposit back, and work your way up. So I knew I just wanted to get in with Navy Federal, so that's what I did. So, September 9th, $200 down is my deposit. I got my Navy Federal secured credit card, right? My N Rewards credit card. But now, motherfuckers graduated. So, here it is. Drum roll. Pop, 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 pop. Fucking with it. You see it, baby. Yeah. Green like the money. I like that shit. But yeah, here I am, man. Showed me my new credit limit, the APR, all the shit, some papers that came with it. But yeah, I went from this card to this card, 6 months of graduation. When I was doing some research and reading forums and reading YouTube comments and watching videos, there was a lot of people that said that they got this card and it's going on 2 years, they still haven't graduated. Going on 18 months, 16 months, they're a year in, they still haven't graduated. 6 months into my relationship, having a credit card with them, I graduated, and I'm gonna show you what I did, let you know how. So, to start off, September 5th, 23. That's when I pre-qualified and I decided to go and accept it. And Navy Federal did a hard inquiry on my credit report and it ran my TransUnion. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I've heard, depending on where you're from, they might pull different bureaus. But here on the East Coast, down south in Georgia, they pulled from my TransUnion, and it was a hard inquiry to get accepted for this pre-qualify, right? I mean, for the secure card. That's September 5th. So I put $200 down. The first month I had the card, all the way up until October, I spent $58.95 out of the $200 that was on the card. I paid $57 on my due date, which is the first of every month. That left me with $1.95 at the end of the first month, right? So my statement date, mind you, is the 4th. So I pay every 1st, and 3 days later on the 4th, it reports my statement, whatever's left on that balance, to the credit bureaus. So that's important, y'all. So from the whole month of October, the second month I got the card, I spent a total of $189.79, and I paid a total of $185.48. So the balance carrying over plus the next month, at the end of that, 626 was reported. So the third month of me having the card, going through November, I spent a total of $192.89, and I paid $199.15. $0 was reported. I paid that on December 1st. Here comes the 4th, and they reported a zero balance, right? A few days later, on December 8th, I got an increase on this card right here. That's 3 billing statements that I've had this card, making sure that I kept my utilization when it reported under 30%, but definitely under 20. And I made sure that I did it under 10%, right? So when you have the secure card and people talk about limits, it's not so much of how much you spend on it, it's how much you spend on it and then how much is reported that's gonna hurt you. So I made sure that I use my credit cards for a lot of stuff, and plus you can get points on this, so I'm gonna spend it, get them points, right? But no matter how much I spend on the card, I'm gonna make sure that when it reports, it's reporting a low balance if it reports any, all right? So 3 months in, December 8th, this card, the credit limit increased from 200 to 600. I didn't put no more money down. I didn't ask for a credit limit increase with Navy Federal. They automatically did it. So this went from 2 to 6, just like that. 3 more months. All through December, I spent a total of $396.71. I paid it all back. January comes. I spent a total of $529.11, and I paid back $528 and left the remainder of $1.11. The next month, February spending, I spent a total of $597.91, and I paid back $609 just so I can make sure anything going on for next month, it reported a zero. I just paid a little bit more, and I end up getting like a credit towards that on the next billing cycle. But that's what I did. So come March 1st, I paid that $609 for what I spent in February. March 8th comes. On the 1st, I paid that. The 4th, it reported the zero balance, what I was credited. March 8th comes, and they let me know that my card graduated. And just like 3 months prior, when it went from 2 to 6, this graduated. It went from 6 to 2,000. I didn't put no more money down, didn't ask for a credit limit increase. They did it themselves, gave me $2,000 on this card, and they gave me my initial $200 deposit to start out. They put it in my bank account 2 days later. I received it in my checking account, and I got this card, graduated, no more secure card. It's unsecured now with a $2,000 limit. I'm gonna keep this up in another 3 months. I'm gonna ask for a credit limit increase if they don't give it to me, and see where I can get this and while I continue to grow and work on my credit journey. I hope that helped y'all out. Them is all the data points. Watch this video, rewatch it, get a little math for yourself, but make sure that you wanna, it's okay to spend, you feel me? Even if you have $200 limit, $300 limit, or $500, whatever you decide to put, you don't always have to stay within under 30% on that card. You could spend the whole entire thing if you want, but what's important is that when it reports on your statement date, that it's under the 30%, 20, 10 even better. I was making sure that I paid all my stuff off, or I had a very low, like 1% balance. But that shows them that, hey, this motherfucker is spending this correctly. He's being wise about his spending, and it's showing that he's mature when it comes to using a credit card. I also want to let you guys know, just a FYI, I was doing that, and all my other credit cards too. Not sure if this goes into consideration when Navy Federal looks at how mature you are with your credit cards and your spending, but I make sure I be paying off my balances on my other credit cards too. I got a good credit score, like the mid to high 600s. Not sure if that goes into account with what I got going on with my other credit card companies, but with Navy Federal, I make sure that I reported like a 1% balance, way under 30, and that's how I got to here. So hopefully that helps you out.